What is up, guys? It's Tyler from Bullseye Investing here. Today we're talking about the talk of the EV world, Lucid Motors. But before we start and jump straight into this video, we are so close to 100 subscribers. It's been a goal of mine for a while and it would be amazing to actually achieve it. So if you could subscribe and help me out, that would be great. Now let's get into it. So I was recently watching this video by Meet Kevin, the coming end of Tesla in China, NIO and Xpeng versus Tesla. But I found an interesting thread of discussion in the comments section where AG Financial wrote, "Time to consider Lucid as a serious competitor too." I know the print's pretty small, but that's what he said. And obviously people agreed with him because he got 17 likes, but they also sparked a little mini argument within the comment section. Somebody said, "I wouldn't say that yet." Another person said, "Lucid has a long way to go to ever be a competitor to Tesla," while he responded that Lucid is in talk to be merged with CCIV stock through a SPAC deal, but it's just rumors, nothing is confirmed yet. And the thread goes on with somebody saying, "Lucid is not a competitor, not even in the same price point. Very small company, not even in 5 years could they compete with NIO. Tesla is light years ahead of everything." So in this video, we're going to talk about who's right, who's wrong, and let's just dive straight into it. So this is a general overview of the products of the company. They have three main models: the Air Grand Touring, the Air Touring, and the Air Pure. The Air Pure is the cheapest model at $69,900 US after tax rebates. Air Touring is the midline model at $87,500, while the Grand one is whopping $131,500. Okay, we're gonna go in deeper into the statistics of these cars, looking at it from a buyer's point of view, which luxury car they could potentially buy, and then move on to revenue prospects and market growth prospects for the future for this company, okay? Now, let's just look at these stats for a second. Pretty nice stats of an electric vehicle car, a luxury one at that, right? We saw the price points, we know it's luxury, but how do they actually plan to build these cars? Because we'll look at these statistics later. Well, they have a factory. That's a good thing. That means that they are not just selling a business plan. Well, they're selling a business plan, but it's not just completely conceptual right now. They at least have a factory. That factory is in Arizona and it'll have the capacity, so they say, to produce 10,000 cars a year. That's not good, right? But they do have plans to expand the factory to produce 300,000 cars a year. That's pretty good. But we have to realize there's already so many competition in the luxury EV market. It wouldn't even be the fastest accelerator. Of course, that goes to the Tesla Roadster. But there's other ones. There's the Porsche Taycan. There's a Tesla Roadster, as I brought up. There's other Tesla models, which are pretty luxury. And there's the Polestar 2, among many, many other models. And in all honesty, why wouldn't you get a more well-known brand luxury car over Lucid? Like, the Porsche is pretty sweet, guys, right? Unless, of course, you love horsepower. This seems to be the main calling point for buying a Lucid. And the top model Lucid has a 1,080 horsepower. That is crazy, guys. Let me just put that into perspective, okay? This car, this sweet car, the Lambo Aventador, has a horsepower of 729 horsepower. Compare that to the 1,080. There's no question on which one has more horsepower, okay? But that's enough about cars, though interesting to look at the buyer's point of view to see which luxury car they would buy. Given the choice, let's look at revenue prospects. Probably more important than analyzing which car they would buy, because we already said that the Lucid Motors stats actually stand up pretty well against other luxury cars. It's just a matter of brand name, if they can develop that. Well, we won't know if they'll develop that and get that good reputation until it actually happens. But so far, they seem to try to build out their brand pretty nicely. So the prospects for that, in terms of a buyer's point of view on which luxury car they would buy, Lucid seems pretty positive, okay? I think that they'll choose Lucid a decent amount of the time. So now we just have to look at market share. So we already know the prospects of the electric car market as a whole. Clearly, it's optimistic. History has shown that the luxury car market is roughly 5% of the total car market. So if we apply this math to prospects of the EV market, the total market is estimated to reach 1.3 trillion by 2030. This is the EV market, and this puts the luxury EV market at $65 billion for 2030. But we really need to realize that that's really far out. Lucid Motors could get a bad reputation, sink all its profit. We don't know what's going to happen yet, but the whole luxury EV market, including the Porsches, the Teslas, all that is at $65 billion for 2030. So if they can capture even a small amount of that, maybe they capture 10%, 5%, they're still a $1 billion company, right, guys? And but this is the sad note to the company. We know that SPACs don't have a good track record at all. They're rushing into this. They want to get in on the EV hype. And I understand that. They're a company, right? But we as investors have to be careful of that. So final thoughts. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. I definitely stay to wait on the sidelines for now. Do not rush in just because it's an EV stock. Even if there's potential upside, it's just gonna potential upside short term. It's just going to hurt you in the end. I believe in the growth prospects of this EV company potentially, but I say it's very overvalued right now. Wait. I'm waiting even with the growth prospects of this stock, and I believe that you should too. Thanks for watching. Please let me know what you think about this video in the comments below. Subscribe, help me get to that 100 subscribers. Thanks for watching.